In today's video, we'll be discussing Anthony Joshua's desire to retire and why I think he shouldn't retire, and also the driver who is already facing criminal case in court and why I think people shouldn't just judge him too early. So Anthony Joshua is reportedly considering his professional boxing career following a fatal road accident in Nigeria that killed two close associates, Sina and Latz. The crash occurred on December 29, 2025, while people were busy planning for the New Year festival along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, a route known for frequent accidents. Joshua sustained minor injuries but was deeply affected by the loss, privately informing family members of his intentions to retire. He later attended the victims' funerals in London and pledged lifelong support to their families. Anybody will do that. Meanwhile, the investigation continues, with the driver charged with dangerous driving causing death. Let's discuss this. Please don't go away. Hello, welcome to my channel. I know your boy Ernest Omozokoya Adebayo Okoje. If this is your first time of coming to this place, please hit the subscribe button if you enjoy watching this video, and remember to like, share, comment. Now, Anthony Joshua is reportedly considering retiring, from professional boxing following a fatal road accident in Nigeria that claimed the lives of two close associates, Latif and Shina. According to his uncle, Adedamola Joshua, the former heavyweight champion, privately communicated his intentions to quit boxing to family members after the crash, which occurred in December 29, 2025, along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Joshua sustained minor injuries and later attended the victim's funeral in London. Family sources say he has pledged lifelong support to the bereaved families while police investigations into the accident continue. And now, I think how to counterpunch his desire to quit boxing. Retirement is not officially confirmed anyways because it came from his uncle. So no public statement has been made directly by Anthony Joshua himself announcing retirement. So people should not feel so bad too early, because usually when trauma like this occur, it propels you and even gives you the drive to want to even prove yourself more, especially in the field of martial sports. So don't be surprised if Anthony Joshua comes back to boxing. Also, emotional reactions are not final decisions. So traumatic events often lead to temporary resolutions that may change with time. So he may just, after like a month or two, because thinking of the accident, thinking of his friends' bodies that were littered all over social media in their mangled form, all those kind of things may bring some form of morbid sensation in him and would make him not want to fight again. But over time, he may get over those feelings and want to come back. So family reports to me is not equal to, binding career decisions. The fact that his uncle said so doesn't 100% mean that Anthony Joshua will do that. So comments from relatives reflect concerns, not contractual or professional confirmation. So sometimes we need to hear from Matchroom Boxing, the organization that promotes Anthony Joshua in the UK, headed by at the end, before I will believe that Anthony Joshua will not fight again, because there's still some good cash dollars to make. After all, he made about $150 million, in his last fight, before tax and all of that. So fighting Tyson Fury would definitely be something that would be worth it, and he will definitely have something to prove, that would even be in honor and memory of his lost friends. So to me, Anthony Joshua remains medically fit. After all, he walked from the wreckage into the police vehicle himself, though with a little bit of assistance, with so much pain at his back. But I think he's good. At times, even the pain they receive from boxing matches sometimes is nearly equal to the kind of pain he felt on that day, especially when there's a knockout. So I believe Anthony Joshua will be fit, and police reports indicates only minor injuries, so no career-ending harm. He didn't break his bone, no joints, no ligament, everything is fine. So I believe he would always come back. So grief can coexist with continuity. Let's look at this. Athletes have previously returned stronger after personal tragedies. And look at Errol Spence now, the boxer. He had an accident where his car flipped over 10 times. He came back and beat Sean Portals, beat Danny Garshall, beat so many people until he met Crawford, where Crawford almost retired him. So in the end, sometimes coming back makes you to be more focused and thankful to God for a chance, for life, and that would make you, be more disciplined in life. So focus should remain on facts, not media speculations that risk, turning a private family moment into a definitive sporting conclusion. So to me, let's be hopeful. We may see Anthony Joshua. I like to see him come. He's a knockout artist, and I believe with his right hand he'll be able to do some form of spectacular, performance that would even bring a better legacy to his friends and personal trainer Latif and the other guy. May their soul rest in peace. Now, talking about the driver who has been all over social media, and some people have praised him as a hero who tried to avoid a vehicle ahead of him, and then that was when he collided with the stationary truck, while some have painted him as a villain who drove fast and ended the lives of 2 people, but nobody knows the true story. They are still investigating, and so I think it's not too fair to just put the guy's picture on social media and try to make him look like a demon. So Anthony Joshua survived the fatal road accident on the road, like we all know, and he took 2 of his friends. So his driver, Ayodele, that's his name, has been charged with dangerous and reckless driving, causing deaths. And of course, that's what he was charged for, because it caused death. It led to the death of 2 people, with prosecutors alleging speeding and unsafe overtaking, while the defense claims brake failure. That was what the guy said. So Joshua sustained only minor injuries, but 2 people went. And authorities confirmed the crash involved a parked truck on that Lagos Ibadan Expressway. In fact, I passed that place a few days before the accident, so I know how that place could be sometimes. And the investigation is ongoing as the driver awaits, trial and possible life imprisonment under Nigerian law. Why should it be life imprisonment in the first place? Anthony Joshua, though he sat at the back behind the driver, so he might not have seen some of the things that were going on. But if it was brake failure, that is easy to ascertain. The wreckage is there. You can just go and check the brake clutch and everything to see. And then if it was over speeding, nobody can actually say that, because there is no speedometer on the road, speed detector machines, and the speedometer, of the car may not record like record box we have in aeroplane that can actually tell you after the crash, to tell you the speed and everything, the altitude. But this, we may not be able to get that. But Anthony Joshua definitely, none of his friends would want to say if he actually thought the driver was over speeding. But the truth is that if the speed limit on that road is 100 kilometers per hour, trust me, a lot of cars over speed, because I hardly even passed that road without going above 120. So no talk of for that kind of SUV. So that guy might have been going around 140. So yes, speed obviously was there. That was why the car was completely crumbled. But to counterpart what people are saying, then to me, charges are not allegations. So, and definitely not convictions. So Ayodele has pleaded not guilty, and the court process must run its course. And so the law says that innocent until proven guilty. So please, let's not turn it into a social media trial. And because this guy has family, like he's about 40-something years, going to 50, definitely has kids. So people should also be conscious of the fact that this thing will be taking a toll on his family. But if the guy was reckless, people that were with him, they would have cautioned him. And of course, you can't be carrying such celebrities as Latz, Ayodele, and then Anthony Joshua, and you're speeding, and they'll tell you to slow down, you won't slow down. So probably they were enjoying the speed, if actually he was actually speeding. And the company that owns the car, because those kind of cars are usually hired cars, rented, what is the company saying? Nobody's even talking about the company. This is surprising, So conflicts. There's also conflicting technical accounts. There are claims that the brake failure, some said tire burst, some said overspeeding. All of these things remain unproven. Pending forensic report. I don't know if Nigeria has enough expertise to actually carry out that kind of forensic reports, because you see just people buy every day on that road. And Anthony Joshua's case has just become an eye opener, and that's why they said that in this country nobody's actually rich until Nigeria happens to you. Just imagine now if Anthony Joshua were abroad. There would have been insurance coverage and all of that. Nobody's even talking about insurance, nothing. And no matter how rich you are, if your people are poor, you are also poor. This is what has just happened to Anthony Joshua. And then we also have to look at the road condition. Though, like I said, I passed that place a few days before. That place where the accident occurred, to be fair to Nigerian government, the road is very good. 3 lanes, even from the video you saw. So, but some people still want to say Lagos Ibadan Expressway is very notorious for accidents and then poor safety record. This can contribute significantly to accidents, but I don't think that's the case here. Though I'm just trying to play the devil's advocate in this regard. But the emergency, the first responders are also, things we would have to look at in this situation. But they were not the ones who ultimately made the driver speed or whatever event occurred that actually led to the death of those people. And then also we also have to look at shared liability questions. Look at it now. A parked truck on the highway, to me, raises issues beyond the SUV drivers alone. You see many of all these trucks, lorries, tankers on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Sometimes a person may lose control and swerve off the road. Just imagine there were no truck there. He probably would have gone into the gutter or into the bush, and probably nobody would have died. So, but because an object, far stronger than the SUV was there, that was what led to the death of those 2 people. So that, in the end, should also make us think of sharing the blame to the truck driver or the company of the truck driver that parked the truck there. So to me, also, there's what we call this media sensationalism risk. Phrases like miracle recovery and highway of death, heightened drama are not facts. So in the end, like I keep saying, the fact that people are saying that, oh, this Ibadan Expressway and highway of death, accidents occur there every day. Even the people that were interviewed in that place, the guy said accidents usually occur in that area every time. But you look at it, there's no bend there, it's a straight road. So why are accidents occurring? Then most likely to be the fault of the vehicles, the drivers, or distraction, not necessarily government, because government has done its own part. So to me, thank God Joshua is not under any investigation. He was just a passenger alongside his friends who died, and he sustained minor injuries. So focus should remain on due process and not and safety reforms, and not just trying to castigate. Oh, Anthony Joshua, you were there. Why did you allow that guy drive with so much speed? Or the guy is guilty and all of that, until we know what is going on. Remember that guy has a family. That's Ayodele. So we should until we hear from Anthony Joshua and then the trial is completed, people should take things easy with them. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I remain your boy Ernest Omosupe Adebayo Koje, signing out. Peace.